I don't care if I'm gonna win or lose. I'm gonna give it my best shot, and we'll just see what happens.
What do you think that your car is capable of running at the track?
How many Hellcats do you know that are in the 7s?
Realistically, maybe like 15.
It's a different dynamic with GTRs. I haven't seen a Hellcat, Demon, Trackhawk get in the 2s 60 to 130, and I know what my car runs, so it's fast on the street from a roll.
You guys aren't racing from a dig, right? You're doing rolls.
I would like to do a dig. He said he put the 15 on for me.
I did.
You heard what he said on the announcement when my car.
Oh, yeah. And goes 839.
Did not get lucky.
So that pass that you did the 11 in, right?
You know when Mopar concludes his wipers too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
So you haven't ran your car down the track yet.
I bogged off the line and ran at 8.2.
Where was this at?
This was in Cali. Yeah.
What tracks they got out in Cali? That's a quarter mile.
So they have, oh yeah, I got you again.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Cop some merch, guys. Hoodies are out. Hit the link below to cop your merch or head over to streetalpha.co to copy your hoodie. I gotta go back to edit. Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Street Alpha Podcast. I am your host, Tukes, and we are in Dallas, Texas for Texas 2K. And as you guys know, you probably see, I don't have my own solo shot. I have a wide. You guys see we have Boosted Luckey and Dan Rue, the legendary rivals on TikTok, social media. And we have them on the podcast today. So let's clap it up for Boosted Luckey and Dan Rue. Yeah. So we also have a bit of a live audience as well. I love when we have live audience because it just enhances the vibe.
Authentic,
Yeah. So we have a quick podcast because we've already done your podcast and your podcast.
Yeah.
And we kind of covered both of their backstories already. So if you guys want to check that content out, make sure you guys check it out on the channel. We have Dan Rue's video and then we have yours as well. Both few 100,000, right?
I think so.
Fire. Appreciate y'all.
Of course.
You know.
All right. So let's jump right into it. So last time we did your podcast, you didn't, I don't know if you, did you run a quarter mile time?
No, the car had just been put together.
Right.
We were very, knowledgeable of what it was capable of. And we went out there and, kind of over delivered on the first few runs, but, we still got a lot more to figure out with it. So we're really excited and, just out here trying to do my best at 2K. So
what I will say is that I am proud of you. I said that the last time on the podcast.
Yeah, you remind me a lot, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. So you actually are doing what you said you were going to do.
Exactly.
You weren't just talking. So kudos to you.
We're almost there.
So can you talk about your setup a little bit and what has changed since the last time we did the podcast?
Yeah. So the last time we did a podcast, I believe we had a 3.0 Whipple on the car, and we also changed up like some tensioners and stuff like that so the car could handle all the boost. We got some new cylinder heads, a new Mylodon Olapan, AFR cylinder heads. We changed, around a few things. We added the nitrous on it finally. So before it was just through the 3.0 Whipple runners, and now it's actually some nitrous outlet plates, but we have a full nitrous express, nitrous system in the car. So from controller, bottles, heaters, brackets, everything, it's tricked out. So, and I believe a Nitrous Express triple pump fuel system. So they hooked it up, shout out to my boys over there. And, Texas Speed, has been coming in hand, helping us out with push rods to resurfacing cylinder heads to, just advice on certain things. And, we've kind of done a big refinement. But the biggest piece was the Gen 6 Whipple 3.8. So Whipple partnered with us. We got that on the car, and it's made a crap ton of boost. And we haven't really seen the full capabilities of it yet, but we're getting close to that. Car's going to be a beast. I'm excited.
You had the nitrous tanks in the car before, they just weren't hooked up?
No, so we didn't have. We had the lines and everything. It was ready
okay.
for it. So I never sprayed the car until we put the 3.8 on there, and it's making every bit of what the advertised horsepower, like maximum capabilities is. So
Right.
we're excited.
So from that last time, I think there were people that were saying that you're kind of scared to run them. That's the most common thing I hear, is that you're scared to run people. Have you had any runs since that last setup?
We haven't been able to run it on the street yet because we've been like trying to really get it focused on the track. It's
With
really
the new
hard.
setup?
Yeah, with
Okay.
the new setup. On the 3.0, we was out there running like crazy. So
After we did the podcast?
Yeah, after we did the podcast, like I was out there running, twin turbo Vipers. I had lost to a Plaid, but the car was shifting funny. And then one night I went out there and I did my little slap shifting thing, and the car, like when we went out there to race the Plaid, smacked it. Like it wasn't even much of a race, respectfully. But then we went out there, we raced some really fast cars around the DFW area, and then after that, we, like I said, decided to refine the car. We got the Gen 6, and it's been at the track ever since, and it's best ET at the moment, with some, I would say, little faults, belt slip and little things like that. It was an 811, went 5-1 in the 8th, so, it's all right, but we still got a lot more left in the car.
So what do you think that your car is capable of running at the track?
Lord willing, if everything stays together, I believe it can run anywhere from a 750, 760, somewhere around there. If we lighten it up a little bit more, maybe change up a few things and get some better parts and go all out, 740. But
740.
Yeah, it's a full-on street car. To get to that level though, like you're really touching the lines. But I'm very confident that a lot of the new parts that we're putting on this thing, with the simple transmission and all that other kind of stuff, I think we can get there. Other people have gotten there on 8 speeds, and I know that we can do the same thing.
It's mid sevens.
Mid sevens.
Now, what I want to ask you is, obviously you guys have seen a lot of viral content from Dan, mentioning Hellcats in every video, right? So, do you think that that's fast for?
Yeah, it's fast.
Any car?
Any car, of course.
Okay, so what would it take for a Hellcat to get your respect?
I mean, for me, here's the thing.
I would say putting it down on the street. That's the biggest thing.
Both, but besides that, how many Hellcats do you know that are in the 7s?
Me?
Yeah.
I know about...
An honest number.
No, I know. Maybe about like... Because there's some people who don't post their times, but realistically, maybe like 15.
Yeah. I mean,
a little bit more than that, but 15.
It's, of course, a lot of respect, especially to Boosted Luckey. I see him working on the car. He works a 9 to 5. He grinds his ass off. He's putting a lot of work in something that he appreciates, and I appreciate that.
Right.
He's also a part of the really small percentage out there, that's in the 7s or going to be in the 7s with his run.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
It's a different dynamic with GTRs. Our shop alone has over 40 GTRs that have been in the 7s. Just one shop. And that's not including the GTRs across the nation. It's, just a simple, just idea. So Kelly's car, Mr. Duran, at Texas 2K ran a 750. It's got 58 millimeters. That car makes I don't know, maybe 1,600.
1,600.
Yeah. I got 66s, big hot side. I make about 400 more horsepower than her. The capabilities of a GTR is unreal. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, I can't sit here and be like, oh, well, I ran my car and, I haven't ran on the track. But similar builds to running 7.3s, traps, really high traps. It's all about, a good launch on a GTR. You see them bounce a lot when they take off. But realistically, the moral of the thing is I went on the internet and stated a thing because an old fucking dude pissed me off. And I went on there and I was like, you know what? But I stated from a role, which it's probably true. I mean, I think it's true because I haven't seen a Hellcat, Demon, Trackhawk get in the 2s 60 to 130, and I know what my car runs, so it's fucking fast on the street from a roll. No, I didn't say from a dig, because at the end of the day, Boosted Luckey ran an 811, which is fast, and he ran 11 Couldn't run the other day. No, I was messing with converter problems. Converter problems.
And then transmission.
But the thing is, so like, and out of respect, people think that like I'm an asshole. I got approached today by a couple kids. They're like, bro, I don't like how you talking about mopars, man. I feel like that's fucked up. And then I gotta talk to them and let them know, like, bro, it's really not like that.
People don't really see it.
People really don't see that.
Yeah.
And then out of respect for you, you don't know this. But a lot of people are like, yeah, Boosted Luckey can't even run a thing. His car broke. Yeah, fuck him. And
they didn't even know the fucking car broke. They were just like, oh, this motherfucker runs 1106s or something.
That was a post I saw on TikTok.
Yeah, bro.
But the thing is, out of respect, I said, look, and I told him on the spot, I said, I don't care who it is, even if I didn't like the person. Yeah. You never wish that their car would break on them or something defective to fuck their time up or their car up because they put hours,
sacrifices to you
into this car. And at the end of the day, a lot of people be like, this guy doesn't know shit what he's talking about. He just pays somebody to build his car. It's not true. You know, besides the motor, I put my hands on my car many a times, dropped the tranny, installed the front mount intercooler, fucking down pipes, put the carbon ceramics all the way around, you know, install the small brake kit myself, you know, little things like that. But I don't post that just because people think I don't post doesn't mean I don't put my hands on my car.
There's a big disconnect when it comes to like people who actually like know what they're doing with cars and stuff, and then people who think they know, and then people who are just spectators. And a large majority of the community, like when they look at Dan, they just see the surface level of what it is that he posts and not really what's underneath and like the kind of, you know, person that he is instead of, you know, like what he's posting and everything. And it's kind of sad, but you know, not everybody has to show everything, you know what I'm saying? Everyone thinks that what you do is for the public and everyone is supposed to know and has to know, and that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? If someone doesn't want to post their races, that doesn't mean they don't race. If someone doesn't want to post it, that you know, them wrenching on their car, that doesn't mean that they can't work on their car. And you know, everyone is a Mr. Know-it-all nowadays, especially, you know, when it comes to the internet. You
Keyboard
know, all the information is out there. Yeah,
warriors.
but you know what's funny to me though is a lot of the people who are hating couldn't even qualify for Texas 2K,
or don't even have a car,
or don't even know how to change their own wheel on the side of a highway if it get a flat.
Facts.
So that's just my take on it. You know, I think people should not necessarily respect all builds because there's some things that people can do to, you know, improve on other stuff. And if you see someone doing something like completely wrong, obviously, like, you know, help them out. Yeah, right. But don't just sit there and, you know what I'm saying, talk down on everyone else just because you have a lack of information.
Yeah. I like how you said that because I can kind of go off of that. Yeah. Everyone thinks I hate Hellcats. They're like, yeah, fuck them Hellcats, man.
Dan be talking that shit. Oh.
I got to talk my shit. But at the end of the day, I don't hate Hellcats. Yeah. I don't I feel like some dudes just don't understand.
It's an easy button to push.
It's an easy button to push, and I pushed it really hard.
Really good.
But at the end of the day, I stand on what I said. I don't think there's a Hellcat Demon Trackhawk that can fuck with me for the roll. And I'm being realistic. Like, this car is fast. 60 to 130 is unreal. And if I tell you the time, you'd be like, eesh, because there's not a Hellcat that's ever tested.
On the street, though.
On the street. Yeah. On the street.
So
it's just going to be really hard to do that on the street, but there's this
one on the street.
Hidden twos on the street in a Hellcat, rear-wheel drive without, like, you know, traction control and four-wheel drive and all that. Like, that's obviously a big disadvantage. So like, but there's cars that can run that on the track. So that I think that would kind of make it even, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So
wait. First off, Peter, I hope you're watching this from Texas 2K. The track is open. I need an exhibition roll race.
Yeah.
Can you give it to me? Thank you.
He's got a few people in mind.
I got a few people in mind.
Yeah.
So you haven't ran your car down the track yet?
I bogged off the line and ran an 8.2 at 190.
Where was this at?
This was in Cali.
8.2.
Yeah.
What tracks they got out in Cali as a quarter mile?
So they have, we did it on the Dragon.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like, it was
at Hoonigan on a Dragon.
Okay.
So just to see, but you know, just kind of coming off the and taking off. Car's quick. I mean, Dragons are pretty accurate. So, so officially,
Peter won't take him though. That sucks.
Peter don't like me. That's what it is.
Peter don't
Let's
like me.
not say that. On
He
the
don't like
podcast.
me either.
Peter doesn't like.
He don't like me either. You
Nah,
heard what he said
what
on
is-
the announcement
Oh
when my
my
car
Oh
God.
yeah, we didn't get to that
Boosted
yet.
Luckey did
look,
not get
I ain't gonna lie to you.
lucky.
I gotta make
I
a
get,
video.
I get, bro got money, but like, you know what I'm saying? Come on,
After this video, I definitely got to use that.
You know that's gonna be
somewhat.
clipped up if he.
that's fine.
Boosted did not get lucky. I'm like, what the hell? He really said that.
Yeah, bro's wild, but whatever.
So
He's got
now,
money, so he.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Peter's rich.
Yeah.
Rich as fuck.
so let's say this race did happen,
Okay.
right? And let's say your car bogged the line, right? Or if you guys aren't racing from a dig, right? You're doing rolls. 'Cause
I
you
would
can't
like to
race.
do a dig. He said he put the 15 on for me.
I did.
So you would race from a dig,
Yeah, I think I'd probably do it for him.
and you still think you would beat his car?
Yeah.
I don't think so,
Why not?
because I know what my car is capable of, and I know what Dan's car is capable of, and it takes a lot more than just mile an hour. So I think it's gonna be a good race.
You also haven't really ran at the track. I mean, how many you've got a good amount of passes under your
A
belt,
few,
right?
but you know, I still got to get really good at the tree here and there. But you know, I think I got the skills to pay the bills. So
How would that work though?
What do you mean?
Because this has a DCT, right?
he would want a sportsman tree.
Yeah,
right.
I need all three.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So there's also some type of timing that you have to have.
Yeah, so
With these
basically, I
reaction
mean, it's
time.
basic. All DCT guys do the same shit. Pre, stays together, and then when you see all three, you got to let off because there's a delay. You have to.
Now there's cars that can run the pro tree, so that's
Yeah.
kind of what I want him to be on. If we can do a pro tree, because I don't like sitting at the light like that, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But if you're willing to give me a dig, I'll give you a sportsman tree.
See,
So this exhibition would be from a dig, or this is like a roll race?
I think we could do both
We
if
could
they would
probably
let
do-
us.
We could probably do.
Yeah.
We could probably do both. But I did talk to Peter, and I don't think he's gonna let me roll race.
Because your car's not set up for it?
No, it's the parachute problem.
Yeah, I'll let you use mine.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to have a parachute?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you trap over like
200.
well, I thought it was 185.
That's
Okay.
200.
185, you gotta have like a Hans device.
Yeah.
and stuff,
At
so.
FL2K, I did 201 From a roll.
201.
from a roll.
So you did run your car then?
Yeah.
Or like
from the roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So from a roll on the street, where do you guys feel like you guys sit against each other?
Well, he can't hook. So.
I can't hook on the street.
Yeah, he can't hook on the street.
Yeah. I
that's-
don't have an aftermarket computer. Now they're starting to come out with some stuff, you know, for traction control, but
Do they
just
have
like-
Motec for your car?
Huh?
They have Motec for your car or no?
you can get Motec for any car, realistically. Like there's Hellcats with Motec on them and whatnot, but it's just not like cost effective for what we're trying to do. It would make more sense for me to put a Holly on here, and they have now a seamless Holly system that's supposed to be able to plug into the car and work perfectly, and we can add in traction control. But this is uncharted kind of territory. When you see Hellcats, normally you see either people at takeovers with them or really, really old guys with them who only race at the track.
Right.
You'll see some people out there racing on the street with them and everything, but you never see any, like, in my opinion, crazy fast Hellcats, kind of like how we've built that we take to the street and run. Now there's a few, but you can probably count them on your hand that are at that level, running sevens on the street. You know, not running sevens on the street, but like a 7-second car on the street,
Right.
and it working properly. But I think in the future, especially with all the new innovations and everything for the Hellcats, having the traction control is going to be a real big game changer. I don't think it's going to be able to still run twos on the street, obviously, but that's a different money game. At that point,
Yeah, Motec is.
at that point, I feel like you're racing someone's wallet, and any car can be, fast. And if you want to put Motec on something that's rear-wheel drive, cool, go for it. But it's not like it's going to drastically change the weight, and power to weight is a real thing.
Right.
People want to ignore it, but, putting the power down effectively is a really big, important thing on the street. So, like my car, we have to put literally sometimes 100 pounds of sand in the back just to get it to
100 pounds?
Yeah. So not only is it already heavy, you're adding 100 pounds in the rear. So you could take out 100 pounds and add it where you need it, but, it's just not the same as having four-wheel drive. Like the cars don't sit the same, basically. Like that's it. So if you find if you get some cars that sit the same, like I don't know any other, like I think 6-cylinder all-wheel drive cars that really sit the same as a GTR. It's kind of like in its own thing.
Yeah.
That's why they end up racing all-wheel drive like V10s, and that's why it's a V10 versus the V6. But there's like a couple cars that can 100, 150 really hard as V8s and stuff, but that launch off the line, it's like really hard to combat that on the street.
So the Hellcat came out in what year? Was it
2014, but it's a 2015 model year car.
And then when did the GTR come out?
09.
09. So there's a little bit more of,
yeah,
R&D
like they,
to-
yeah, but I mean, it's more so not even that. It's just the fact that it's an all-wheel drive 6-cylinder car.
Right.
Throw a shit ton of boost at it and just let it ride out. And with turbos, you got crazy top end. With Hellcats, they're a built drive supercharged, already parasitic loss. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna be revving that thing to the moon, And then in the stock
What
form,
is your car rev to?
it can rev to about 75, but we usually just stay around like the 68, 7 range or whatever. So yeah.
So with that being said, do you feel like maybe low 7s is as far as these cars will go?
No, I feel like if we take some weight out of these things and can really get the suspension to do what it needs to do, it's going to be really hard with an IRS car. Obviously, if you can put a 4-link in it, the sky's the limit. So that's why we're building Captain Insano, which is a Charger that I'm building. That car will go 6s. So, but it won't be a VIN Hellcat. So, it's just that kind of thing. It'll have a Hellcat kind of power plant in it.
Right.
But, we've already built a car that went 750s. The owner might try to disparage that as, someone else built it. They probably rebuilt it a few times by now. But, we're more than capable of building some really fast Mopars. So we make this one light. I see no reason why I shouldn't be able to do it.
Do you plan on doing any upgrades to your car? Because I know you mentioned some turbos in the future.
Yeah, we just I had a talk with my buddies at Precision, doing one final thing to the car, and I'm done.
What do you mean you're done?
I'm done with the car. I'm moving on to my other build that
So
I'm already tampering with right now.
Why would you want to make this any faster than what it is?
I don't know. It's just
a different level.
It's funny because today, I don't know, shout out to Duran. He actually had my turbos on, and he did 221 in the roll race.
So you're trying to do 221?
I mean, that's my turbos. So yeah, that's basically the next setup, and I'm done with this car and go finish up the S13.
There's not really much left that you could do to
That's
that
what I'm
besides
saying.
turn it into a race car.
Yeah, it's a heavy car. That's why my next car is gonna be whatever, dig, 8th mile, don't care, whatever you want to do, roll, dig, everything.
If you had to guess though, how much do you think is in this car?
This car? I know exactly how much is in this car. I got it for 88 used back in 2018.
Okay.
And I have 92 in it. So that is about 170.
Yeah, he told me that before, and I was like, damn, that's not
175.
That's not bad for how much it makes.
It makes a lot.
That's
That's
if you were to do everything you just did the first time.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's
first time,
invoice.
right?
That's
Yeah.
invoice. So the first time, I'd probably
Is that retail? That's your price.
That's about retail.
Okay.
Now, I'm giving you a retail price.
Okay.
I'm not giving you my price. I'm giving you a retail price. So basically, yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's after fucking the transmission up once or so. So yeah, I mean, you can get a big power GTR for about 80, 85. But the thing is, I was telling people, like, realistically, if you want a car and you're gonna make it a race car, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna keep it, right? 9 times out of 10. If you
Till it keeps on breaking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you say you could, but like
It gets to a point though, where it's like diminishing returns.
Yeah.
You keep on like running into headaches and it's gonna break. But sometimes if you're gonna turn it into like a full race car, like you say, you just go full out already.
Yeah.
But you don't even buy the best car in the beginning.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why I tell a lot of people, I seen a salvage title GTR go for $23,000 the other day, 2014.
I wouldn't feel comfortable going
That's what I'm saying.
221 in a salvage car though.
No.
But if you crash at that speed, you're done anyway.
it's
So
well, no, I mean, all you need is the car.
yeah.
And you build the motor, you build the transmission, you change the suspension. That's just need the car, the body. If the body's in great shape, you're
It's
good.
been out for so long now. You can. I mean, that's realistic. You can go out there and get those cars.
You can
for
get a
that much.
2009
Yeah.
for like, you can literally buy a 2009 for
Like
nothing.
60?
You can get it cheap.
If you want to build like
A race car.
Full race car.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're trying to go
yeah.
race car,
Yeah.
that's the way to go. Like, and believe it or not, even if you want to just put a little money in it. Like I stated online, this is a fact. You can get a cheap ass GTR, put 20 grand in it, and make 1100 to 1,000 wheel, and be good. Drive the shit out of it.
Yeah, 1100 is enough. So there was a clip that's been going viral
Yeah, I
also
seen it.
about you mentioning that 1100 horsepower is not a lot of horsepower.
It's not.
Can you explain what you meant by that?
Man,
I mean it's pretty simple.
Realistically, like at the power level we're at, and I go to events. I go to GTR World Cup. I go to
At the track, you mean?
Yeah, at the track. Any events I go to.
But just normal events though.
Yeah,
like
if you have 1100 horsepower, you're slow.
the culture has changed. People don't understand. Like he's not wrong. Like people are fucking running twos on the street.
Yeah.
That's usually only attainable at the track. It kind of is for a rear-wheel drive car until you're talking about like 100, 150s and stuff. Like that's way different. 60 to 130, man, it's hard to get that initial bite. If you're a Turbo Mustang with AMS, if you're a Whipple Hellcat, if you're a Motec, they got Motec now for like the Camaros and like the Corvettes and stuff. A lot of them use like the Holly. They got port injection, but they say like, oh, it's only for port injection. They got traction control on there, much like I was saying. Like eventually we can put on the Hellcats and stuff. But like, it's just crazy now how fast like the upper echelon of cars have gotten. Someone went, what was it, 263 on the street, 60 to 130, or was it 243 on the street, 60 to 130?
Did
think it was
230. No, you're talking about which ones?
The
The R8 and the GTR both ran 230s.
230s,
Yeah, it
yes.
was
So
230s.
so that's what I'm saying. And then it's like they're beating each other by a tenth,
Yeah.
or not even like 100th.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's how tight it is. But to get to that level, that's like $500,000 cars.
Oh,
Sometimes.
absolutely, yeah.
$300,000 cars, $500,000 cars.
Right.
That's a lot of money.
Well,
If you can go buy a, I'm sure.
I'm not far off, and I'm just being real. Like, I think, if I'm being honest, with this new setup that I put on, which will be Duran's car, I'll be in, let's say, I'm really actually trading out because I'm getting rid of this turbo kit for a fair price. Now the 1800X kit, just without the turbos, is like, you can get for like 11 grand, and that's wastegate, everything you need, piping, exhaust manifold, downpipes, everything. Now all I need is the turbos. Turbos are a fair price from Precision. I don't know the exact price. I think they're together like 4,800. All I'm doing is swapping out, and this car should go 2-3.
I saw someone do some 68s, and they were like $5 grand. So I don't know, but I don't know. I did my own like little, I guess, like I'm not a GTR expert, but I could go on Shop Houston.
Get the turbos, man.
Nah, I mean we on the Captain Insano 100%, but I went on Shop Houston's website and I was looking at like the packages and everything else like they have, and I think it was like a 1900X package or some other stuff. Like the cart got up to like 106 grand.
Yeah, 106.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's if you were to go on to like a website right now and add all that stuff to your cart, it's gonna cost you a lot of money.
You're gonna hit around 100 grand to go that fast. And like I said, the price I have in it, I'm exchanging the turbos and the manifold will be a little bit more expensive. But he's right about that 100 grand. But that car will run 2.3, 2.4, 60 to 130.
So what do you say to the people who say that your car, you don't really have to do much in this car, all you got to do is put your foot on the gas and go?
I mean, unfortunately, it's the truth in a way, but it's still like with that new tire setup, it's still sketch. On kill, we did a test it. It walks, it crab walks. GTRs crab walk really bad. If you left or right, I don't know if you've ever seen videos of big power GTRs, but they walk on the street like this. On the track, it's a little easier, but they still walk. And it's sketch, man. That's why, like, when I race people, I'm like, I need a lane over.
Yeah. No 2-lane roads, please.
Yeah, please. And I hate, I got to respect the road, bro. You got to respect the road. There's so many roads out there that people try to race down residentials and small little 2 lanes. People are wild, but for me, bro, I got to have a nice ass area to race in,
Right.
Whether it's an airstrip or a very nice Dallas, Texas highway that I saw. And I was like, wow, this is beautiful.
It is.
And then I saw 30 cops and I was like, forget this.
Yeah, we're going home.
We're not doing that.
But to be honest, if my car costs about what a nice house over here costs, that hoe better run that kind of number. You know what I'm saying? You're driving around somebody's house.
No, that ass.
But no, it's all good. But that's like what you have to spend to get to that level, and not everybody is able to do that. And I think that a lot of people kind of see someone else living out their dream, kind of like what Dan is. They kind of get frustrated by that, and people I guess express that in different ways or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get kind of the same flack. But like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like we're both just doing what we are very passionate about, what we love. We just like to share it with the community, and whoever wants to formulate an opinion about that, they can do that. Everyone has an opinion, just like an asshole, and it just is what it is.
So do you guys think if you guys do run and there is an outcome, whether you win or you win, that's going to be the end of all this drama on social media?
Not a chance. No. Someone else is always going to say I can, and that's fine. That's what we need in this world. As a bunch of people who want to step up to the plate and everything. But when it comes to that, I feel like people have to be realistic in the fact that you got to do a lot to get here. We've had multiple nights. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., all-nighters, 2 days, sometimes 3 days, like get this car to do what it's supposed to be doing, and parts break, and there's nothing that you can kind of control about that. And I'm sure that Dan has had multiple, of the same kind of nights, getting that car to do what it needs to do. Yeah. So
dropping a transmission is a bitch in that motherfucker. It's really not that hard, but when you're at the track and you don't have a lift, it's a bitch.
Yeah. But that really helps them with weight distribution though too, like with the GTRs and stuff like that, having the motor in the front, trans in the back.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's all-wheel drive. Like, it's just set up to go fast. When you see Lambos go down the track and stuff like that too, you see they're just, any car that's going down the track that's going really fast is squatting really hard. But when you see a Lambo, it's literally freaking pinned.
It's sketchy
on the back. And then when you're stopping and stuff like that too, it's just all in the front. You know?
It's sketch with Lambos. We were talking about this, because last year at Texas UK, I think like 5 or 6 Lambos wrecked in the roll racing.
Because the crosswinds were bad.
Yeah, that too. But it's also because the weight distribution. Yeah. They're heavy in the back. So they're lifting, and that back end, when they hit the brakes, that back end's wanting to come out, and that's where and when they pulled the chute, it was just fucking wreck. And it happened, it happened to my good friend, man. Shout out to Chase. He wrecked his GTR, pulled the chute, parachute went straight up, pulled his back end to the wall, and I'm glad he's okay. But
damn,
fuck, that's just no joke, man. The parachutes and wind is not a good combination. Especially doing over 200 in the quarter and just pulling a chute.
Yeah, there was a couple of wrecks today, right?
Yeah, there was a couple. That's why they didn't get to, I think, do qualifying for like drag racing later on, and then the rain and everything else like that. So that's what, like, we're ready to go again, to go out there and try to qualify and all that. But the weather lately has just been horrible. So you know, first Dallas 2K, but it is what it is.
So that pass that you did the 11 in, right? Can you explain?
So we went to XRP to go test the car, and unfortunately we didn't know why it was porpoising really bad. We went out there, we ran a couple cars, put a smack on another slow Hellcat, and unfortunately the converter was going out, and we didn't know that. And they just be talking. But no, unfortunately, the converter was going out the entire time, and we didn't really know what was going on. We were trying to change the suspension. We thought the shock limiters were keeping the car down. Wasn't even that. So we, still were able to, match our fastest, 8th mile time with a horrible 60 foot. So we know the car is working, doing what it's supposed to be doing, and then we can go out there at 2K and run it really well. Well, the first pass that we went out, the converter decided it was finally done. Kept pushing through the brakes, broke the beams. I literally stopped and then went again. The car didn't take the shift. I was like, okay. Then I got back in it again, and the fender popped off. It was just a whole, but the fender came off just because of the fact that when I did my wheelie before, I put it on the back bumper, it slammed down really hard, and it kind of, distorted or broke the
Right.
clips pretty bad, so it wouldn't stay on the right way. So we got it on there now, but it's got some some scratches
some
on
scratches,
it. Yeah,
some battle
it's fine. It is what it is. But we took the car to the shop, got it fixed, brought it back. Then the input shaft decided to snap. Then after that, just kind of got it fixed again, and now we're gonna go out there and try to qualify, just so we can be able to race on Sunday.
So tomorrow, if you qualify, what do you what are you expecting after that? Who are
If
you
I
going to be up against?
Oh, I'm not really sure. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys in the classes. I'm not really
I
sure.
don't even know who's left, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either. I haven't even really been able to check the standings, but I know that there's a lot of fast cars in street car.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure where we'll land. I know we're not going to be as competitive as I would have liked to have been because of the transmission situation, but we're just going to go out there and make the best of what we have and just try to go out there and have a good time. We had a lot of fans and people come up, take photos and talk, and that's what it's really about for me, man. Like being able to see everyone come from out of state and telling me that they came to see me or whatever. I was like, oh hell no, no you didn't. They're like, yeah. Like that's actually crazy, and it means the world to me to just be able to take photos with people. Everyone asks me why I don't sign stuff, and for me it just makes me feel like I'm on a pedestal above you, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm just like you. I'm just like you, Dan, everyone else off in here. A photo will last a lifetime, for me. So that's why I do that. But just the vibe at 2K, that's what I'm there for. I've always gone and watched, but to be able to race this year is really big for me, and I'm not about to just piss it away just because some stuff is going bad, so.
Right. You could tell this guy is enjoying.
Yeah, I know. He's out there dancing and
and people are hating it.
Yeah.
Dude,
They are pissed off.
pissed off
at
at
Dan.
me, and I love it. God, I started every video I post, I'll type myself Dan Rue hate button with a smiley face.
I saw that though. It's to like and everything. He only got 3 likes on TikTok, I think.
That's fucked up. Yeah, Instagram, I think I got 1,000 on one. I was happy
Dang,
about that one.
that's crazy.
It was at the photo, the Hellcat with the trash.
Yeah. The Hellcat. Yeah, the garbage can. Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Transmissions and converters and other stupid stuff. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a GTR transmission.
We're items.
GR6 transmission.
Yeah.
Trash. There's no shit talking. I just know that if Peter allows me to do roll racing, Bailey said he would race me. And since, I knew Boosted would have in trouble, I figured why not gap fast Hellcat.
So is there going to be any other races outside of the track that you plan on?
It's crazy hot right now. I don't know, man. Do it at your own risk.
Yeah.
They're pulling people over for having the wrong address on their license.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what I will say though about 2K that I'm really disappointed about though is the fact that as a community we promote events like this, right, to get the racing off the streets and to bring it to the track where it's a sanctioned event and everyone can come and watch it and stuff. Granted, people are going to do whatever they want to do at the end of the day, but we are doing it in an environment that is supposed to promote a community and and involvement and just doing it in the right manner that everyone's asking us to. You can't leave Texas 2K without getting pulled over and harassed by the local police over the most pettiest of things. Wrong address on your license or something like that just because you moved to a different spot or something. No front license plate, which I get, that's Texas DPS regulations and stuff like that, but 90% of the cars out on the road, I wouldn't say 90, let's say 62% of the cars out on the road don't have a front license plate. They're looking for things. My buddy, he was literally on his way here and he got pulled over twice within 5 mile radius over and that's what I'm saying, over nothing.
What kind of car was he in?
He's in a Dodge Charger.
That's why.
Yeah, they said that his license plate frame was covering the Texas, and then the other one was no front license plate.
What color was it?
It was white.
It was white.
Yeah.
I got pulled over 5 times in the past week, and luckily 2 of the guys knew who I was, let me go. I got 1 small citation for no third brake light, but
what?
No third brake light.
Third brake light's crazy.
But it's all good. So I'm not speeding when they don't see me. And yeah, I'm just yeah, he's right though. It is kind of fucked up how, you know, you get the community together to try to do something, keep them off the streets, and they just want to pull everybody over to be some assholes. But at the end of the day, man, you know, they're all trying to get a check. I guess the state's always trying to make money off of people, especially.
Yeah.
It sucks because the state tries to make money off of people who really don't have it.
Yeah, man. A lot of the cars I see pulled over are like Altimas or, you know, really kind of like clapped out cars. I don't even really see like a lot of the high end cars being pulled over. But when it does happen, like I said, it's for the most pettiest of things. So, you know.
Well, it is what it is. They hired 200 cops and 4 helicopters, so they got to compensate for something, I guess.
Yeah, they got to make up for that.
That's
deficit.
true too. They kind of plan for this. To
yeah,
happen,
I mean,
so,
well, look,
they have to make their money back. That makes sense. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it is what it is at that point. But you know, I mean, if the opportunity comes up for me to race something nice, my goal is to do 3 things. I want to race a hypercar. I want to race a very fast Mopar. I think a really fast Hellcat would be nice. And
you know what Mopar concludes is Vipers too.
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Because you said it on the podcast and people were kind of like,
I don't care. They can say what they want. I have, if need be, I don't mind posting the purple one I beat. So.
Oh, the one with the big the one that beat the H2.
It's an older video from a couple years ago, but it was still a Cowboy Viper. So, if need be.
But you don't deny that they can. It don't even have to be a Cowboy, but you don't deny that they can be crazy fast. Just
oh
like
hell yeah, bro!
Vipers are fast.
So like when I get my
so
when I get my money up and I can get a Viper and like, you know, Motec and all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna call Dan. I'll be like, all right, you ready? I can go out to the streets now. You know what I'm saying? And actually,
he's still
Man, look.
But no, I mean realistically, no, I'm not gonna beat Dan on the street from a roll. What makes it even is if we're at a track, I know my car can run. I get what his car can run. It'll be a good race. From a dig, I think I got that covered. But you know, we'll see how everything else goes. But yeah, I mean, one day I feel like I'll get there. I've came pretty far from a little V6. Started not a little V6. That ain't a little V6. That's got more liters than the V6 I had. Shoot.
Come on, man. Damn.
But nah, from a little V6 to, you know, getting a Hellcat now, a built Hellcat. If you told me I would make it this far, I would not believe you. So,
That's
you know,
fire.
yeah.
Congratulations to that. I was in the same boat with my SR20 back in the day. So, you know, little 2.0, making like 410, 15 wheels, something like that back in.
That's still more than the V6 I had. Before I boosted it, that is. But yeah.
I'm down. I'm happy that we got to meet up and actually chat.
Yeah.
There's a little beef. Well, not a lot of beef.
Beef with who?
There's like a little beef. It's like salami beef.
Oh,
Yeah.
between you guys.
Yeah. We
Right.
still have that. We still have that little.
This dude eat salami.
Yeah. No, it's beef, right?
Yeah.
Salami is beef, though. Right?
Okay.
It's like a
Yeah,
paper
yeah.
thin cut, you know, salami.
Yeah, okay.
What is going on?
I'm just giving him a hard time.
It's all good.
That's
It's all
that
good.
beef kicking in.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, no, I think that so the main reason I wanted to do this podcast is not because I wanted you guys to fucking
Oh yeah.
Go back and forth.
No.
I feel like it was very informative in a sense.
I mean, that's
so far.
what I try
Yeah.
to shoot for.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to. I mean, you guys have already done a great job at creating controversy on your own. Not even on a podcast, just by going out and doing what you love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't need to kind of try to clout chase. You know?
Yeah. But I mean, with Dan, like after he said what he said, like with me, I don't care if I'm a win or lose. It's not about like racing, just getting in front of everybody. It was just, you know, he made that statement. I said, win or loss, line it up. Don't really care if I lose or not, but I'm going to give it my best shot. And I feel like my best shot is, you know, going to, you know, make me really, really competitive. And we'll just see what happens.
Oh, yeah. I got you a gift.
Oh, God. He got me a
See?
gift. Oh, man, I'm nervous.
I don't know. I
hope it's not like a gag gift because I'm going to have to get him back.
I couldn't find the right one. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Dodge Charger, Toretto,
Oh my
Family.
goodness. Family.
So I
Insert the
got you,
wheelie clip.
I couldn't find a Challenger, but I found a 68 Charger. So.
Okay.
Kind of looks like.
It kind of,
Yeah.
You kind of see it.
So what's funny is that the Challengers, the front end of them and the rear end of them look more like the Charger than the damn Charger looks like. And it's
That's
sad,
what I was
but
saying.
yeah.
It looks kind
So
of.
this.
Thank you. Thank you. There we go.
That's a gift.
There we go.
You know.
It's got an RC thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's RC. Yeah.
I
it's
thought it was like a
RC.
little
It's
model car.
No, you can drive it, drift it.
Man.
When did you have time to? That was all right. I'm not gonna ask.
I'm gonna add it to the collection because everybody's
Yeah.
giving me a bunch of model cars. So yeah, that's awesome.
Sick.
I need one with 15s on it and a green beat lock next
Yeah.
time.
We could probably figure that out.
I'm not gonna touch it. It's fine. I like it.
Yeah, you want to sign it?
Nah, I don't need to sign it. Nah.
That's crazy.
This is more than enough.
That was nice of you, though, bro.
Really, really nice.
I don't know if there's a meaning behind it, but
I think he's trying to call me a child. I don't know. What I will say, though, but look, on a real note, though, what I will say is that I don't know too many guys around my age really kind of going this fast with these cars. And I'm not saying that as like me trying to put myself on this pedestal or anything like that. But I think that you've noticed also, and I'm trying to change the dynamic, by doing this to show people that you don't have to turn it into a takeover car. You don't have to go slide. You don't have to go crash out. You can build it to be fast. The majority of the guys who I'm racing against literally have like performance shops, like this is their day in, day out kind of thing. Really old retired guys, like,
right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that, right? But I'm just saying, like, that's the demographic that, I'm competing against, not necessarily the Dan Rues where, like, what I'm saying, they got money to go and spin a bag on a GTR or a Lambo or a Viper or whatever. Like, I'm just trying to do the best that I can in my area. If that's, ends up stemming out to where he's, what he's doing, and I'm that I feel like that's me racing up, and that's cool with me. So, but I just want people to kind of like realize that, like, I ain't the richest, you know what I'm saying? I don't got paper like that, but we're making do with what we got, and we've always done more with less. So yeah,
I think that you are a perfect role model for the car community, especially for people at your age, like you just
I'm trying,
said.
bro.
I think that a lot of the younger generation needs to kind of look at what you're doing and kind of, go off that, because a lot of people are. I mean, I don't want to say what people are doing, but we kind of know what younger kids are doing, like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm not saying that to like bash on like take over people and stuff like that. Like I get it. Like that's, y'all's thing. People want to go to, now closed off events and stuff.
Yeah.
And hell yeah, more power to you and stuff. But like when, you're putting people at risk and, I saw someone literally lose all of their foot because they were, hit by a car. I'm sure everyone saw that really big lady kind of get tossed by, a Charger or whatever, or Challenger. It's been nothing but a bunch of like kind of chaos in that sense. And I just feel like it makes it really hard for us to even do what we're doing at the track, at the car, like having normal car meets and stuff like that now. Like car meets are becoming illegal, like it's bad. So, and then they're associating street racers with takeovers and stuff like that whole thing. So, I don't really know. I just kind of wish that the culture would get to a point where everyone is doing it, and it's never going to be perfect, but I just wanted to get to a point where everyone can be involved and go home at the end of the day,
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I agree.
Yeah, I've talked a lot about that too. The takeover shit, I think, is just, respectfully, I think it's dumb. Because I've seen people get hurt. And the thing is,
they've been doing it for decades.
I know, but the thing is like, it's dumb, but people are like, oh yeah, I'm so into it, and they want to defend it until one of their close friends gets hurt or killed with a tire that slaps off, slings, and chops somebody's head off. It's some wild shit.
A lot of people crash out there too, man. Like I saw someone, they got upset because their car got hit in a takeover, and they just got out and started airing it out on everybody. And they killed, I think it was like a little kid or something like that.
Yeah.
I heard about that too, yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, I mean, I like how they're starting to do pits and stuff, like contained pits. That's good. I mean, if you like that, that's what you like to do. I like how they're containing it. That's always the move, and it's just people's safety is at risk, you know, not just the people that are there, any random pedestrian, like you said, a kid, you know, got hit, and you know, that's horrible, man. You know, if I lost my son to something like that, I'd want them off the streets too. I'd be fighting every day to stop that nonsense, you know. And people got to realize it sucks because it's almost like
it's like a mob mentality, bro.
It's true, but it takes someone to lose someone to realize that's fucked up.
Yeah, right. You never realize what you got till you lose it. Yeah. So
I agree. If anything's gonna change, and if there is a voice for the community, I feel like it's you guys, you know. So if you guys are
just trying to lead by example, you know,
leading by example. Exactly.
Yeah, guys, give me the hit.
Just kidding. All right. Well, we're coming up on time. I do want to thank the both of you for doing your individual interviews because that did help me a lot. You guys know that, you know, I interview a ton of other people, but you guys were actually a few of the first people. And at the levels that you guys are at, you allow me to come and, you know, you guys and tell your story. So I really appreciate both of you guys.
Easy.
Of course.
Thank you. So best of luck to, you know, your run tomorrow. Hopefully you can go out there and run that 6 or 9.6.
Damn, yeah, that's what you have to run in order to kind of qualify for street car.
Hopefully you can just do that, you know?
Yeah.
Just take it easy a little bit. So
we got that. Damn near 2 seconds, 60 foot, you know, so another break.
Right. And then hopefully on Sunday, Peter can make something happen for your exhibition.
I appreciate that.
And then if that works out, then
Peter.
Yeah.
Cool.
With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's so weird because I don't have a camera. I just have the wide angle. Make sure you guys listening on all streaming platforms. So until next time, guys, catch you on the next one. Peace.